Hello, and thank you for joining us for this presentation of the SBA's Payment Protection Program, also known as PPP. This presentation has been put together by the Pacific Island Business Alliance, which is a program of Pacific Island Knowledge to Action Resources, also known as PIK2AR, with support from National Capacity and information from the U.S. Small Business Administration, or SBA. Hopefully this information will help your small business during this unprecedented time. Let's learn more about the resources available. The SBA's Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, is a forgivable loan, meaning you won't have to pay it back, that is designed to keep your workers on payroll and your doors open. So if you keep your employees working, or hire them back quickly if you've already laid them off, and keep them on payroll for 8 to 24 weeks, the SBA will forgive the portion of your loan used for payroll, rent, mortgage interest, or utilities. That means you will not have to pay back the money used for those specific items. Loans can be up to $10 million and up to 100% forgivable. Remember, the deadline to apply is on Tuesday, June 30th, 2020, or until the funding runs out, whichever comes first. Here are some of the terms for the PPP loan. The maximum amount you can get is 2.5 times your average monthly payroll cost for the 1-year period before the date of your loan, up to $10 million. The interest rate is only 1% with no payments due for 6 months. There's a 2-year maturity for any balance remaining after your application of SBA forgiveness. You can use the money for payroll costs, health insurance, interest payments on mortgages, not including the principal, rent, utilities, and interest on other business debt that you had prior to February 15th, 2020, and the refinancing of other disaster loans, which we will go over later in this presentation. The actual amount of loan forgiveness will depend on what your actual payroll expenses are during that 8 to 24 week period. One key thing to remember is that no more than 25% of the forgiveness amount can be used for non-payroll costs. You do not need to have any collateral, and there is no credit check required. There is no fee to apply, and no prepayment penalty. Any small business with 500 or less employees can apply, including certain nonprofits, religious organizations, veterans organizations, and tribal business organizations. Also, sole proprietors or Schedule C tax filers, independent contractors who get 1099s, and self-employed persons or gig workers. Businesses who have more than 500 employees may still be eligible in certain industries. You cannot be in bankruptcy or be suspended or debarred from any federal department or agency. And lastly, all owners who own 20% or more of the business must be U.S. citizens or have their green card. You can apply for a PPP loan through any SBA 7A lender. However, check with your own bank or credit union first. More than likely, they're already doing PPP loans and can help you get started faster. If you don't already have a bank or credit union that you work with, check with any local bank, credit union, or other financial institution, as most of them are now able to process PPP applications. Another way to submit your application is through online lenders like PayPal, Fundera, Cabbage, Bluevine, Divvy, and Lendio. Those are just a few of the online lenders that can help you submit your PPP application. You can also visit the SBA's website to find the 100 most active lenders. Keep in mind that you will need to disclose any recent disaster loans, like the EIDL, on your PPP application. So if you're thinking about applying for the PPP loan, I suggest you do so quickly, as the deadline for all applications is June 30th, 2020, unless they run out of funding sooner. So contact your lender and get your application in today. The maximum amount you can apply for is 2.5 times, or 2.5 times, your average monthly payroll cost, up to $10 million. Payroll costs include salaries, wages, commissions, etc. Payroll costs are capped at $100,000 per employee per year. So if you have an employee who makes more than $100,000, then the first $100,000 is included in your calculations, and anything over the $100,000 is excluded. Payroll costs also include vacation pay, sick leave, cash tips, severance pay, state unemployment taxes, group health care benefits, and retirement expenses. Payroll costs are typically based on your 2019 calendar year data, so from January 1st to December 31st of 2019. Seasonal businesses can use data from the 12-week period starting February 15th, 2019, or from March 1st through June 30th of 2019. If you are a new business that wasn't operating in 2019, you can use the average monthly payroll from January 1st through February 29th of 2020. Besides knowing who can apply, how to apply, and how much you can apply for, the other important factor is the loan forgiveness portion. This is important because if you use your funds from your PPP loan correctly, you will not have to pay the loan back. There are some restrictions, though, to be eligible for loan forgiveness. First of all, the funds can only be used to cover the costs of payroll, mortgage interest, rent, and utilities over the 8 to 24-week period after the loan is made. You cannot use more than 25% of the forgiven amount for non-payroll expenses. And you have to keep the same number of employees and compensation levels to qualify. They do not have to be the same employees, but you have to have the same number of employees and pay the same amount of wages and salaries. Another SBA loan you might want to apply for is the SBA's COVID-19 Economic Injury Disaster Loan, also referred to as the EIDL. One attractive feature is that you can request a loan advance up to $10,000, meaning you can get up to $10,000 right away to help your business while the SBA processes your EIDL application. The loan advance does not have to be repaid, and you do not have to be approved for the loan in order to receive the advance, but the advance amount will be deducted from your PPP loan forgiveness. You can apply, and probably should apply, for both loans to fully take advantage of these programs designed to help your business during these difficult times. However, unlike the PPP loan, you will have to apply for the EIDL through the SBA's website. Remember, you must declare your EIDL advance on your PPP application. The other thing to keep in mind is that you cannot use the funds from both loans for the same purpose, meaning you can't use the EIDL funds for payroll purposes if you're also getting the PPP loan. You would use your PPP funds for payroll and the EIDL funds for other qualified expenses. The SBA's website will have more information about the EIDL and loan advance. Here's a table showing the differences between the PPP and the EIDL. As you can see, the maximum amount you can get from the PPP is $10 million while the EIDL is capped at $2 million. The PPP is forgivable, while the EIDL offers a $10,000 advance or grant. No collateral is needed for the PPP, but you might need it for the EIDL. No credit check for the PPP, but you will for the EIDL. You'll have 6 months before making PPP payments and 12 months before your first EIDL payment. You must apply for the PPP through an approved lender, but the EIDL can only be applied for through the SBA's website. There are different interest rates for each loan, and funds from each loan have different restrictions on what you can use the funds for. Each loan has some attractive features, but they also have different requirements. So you have to look at the needs of your own business and decide what's a good fit for your business right now, given the current situation. Another SBA resource that might help your business is the SBA Express Bridge Loan. If you already have a relationship with an SBA Express lender, you might be able to access up to $25,000 quickly to help your business now. So check with your lender to see if that option is available to you. Another resource is the IRS Employee Retention Credit, which is a refundable tax credit for keeping your employees on payroll, or if you paid COVID-19 related sick leave for employees, or had to reduce or suspend your business operations because of COVID-19. The last resource listed here is the Kiva loan, which is a worldwide nonprofit crowdfunding loan program for small businesses around the world. You can borrow up to $15,000 with 0% interest, and payments can be spread over 5 years. Your first payment won't be due for 6 months, and they don't grant loans solely based on your credit score or credit history. They also consider your character and the impact your loan will have on the community, as well as how much support you have from your community. PIK2AR and the Pacific Island Business Alliance are Kiva trustees, so you can email Sharon at PIK2AR.org for more information about Kiva or to apply for a Kiva loan. Well, this concludes our presentation of the PPP, the EIDL, and other small business resources. The information contained in this presentation was accurate as of June 15th, 2020. I hope this information helps you understand what resources are available to your business and helps you succeed during these difficult times. If you have more questions or need further assistance, please reach out to the organization that has shared this presentation with you. You can also reach out to PIK2AR and the Pacific Island Business Alliance with the contact info listed here. Thank you for joining us, and good luck with all your business endeavors.